some emojis. Stuart took a day to respond with a thumbs up and a list of bands he hoped would be there. Alexandra and I were already discussing whether it was too close to our move-in date, deciding within a few minutes it'd be fine. We'd saved and saved, scrimping together every last penny for the deposit. The monthly payments were more than manageable, less than we had been paying in rent, strangely enough. Now it was ours, the very first place we could properly call home. This belonged to us. It was only bricks and mortar, but when Alexandra and I had picked up the keys and let ourselves inside for the first time, there was a definite feeling of arrival, into adulthood, home ownership, being. It's bizarre the way inanimate objects can suddenly become the catalyst for relief. The boxes were inside the house but remained firmly unpacked, all clearly marked and not by my hand. I'd come back to the rented flat we shared one day to find a load of boxes with different rooms noted on them. That had always been Alexandra. I had no issues with organisation, but when she was excited about something, I didn't stand a chance. I took a breath, and she'd already done it. "Matt, have you seen the roll mat?" I wondered for a second or two what the hell a roll mat was, then remembered just in time. I didn't want another lesson in camping if I could help it. I looked around the room, wondering how we'd managed to find anything, and then spotted it wedged between two boxes marked living room. I shouted up a confirmation to Alexandra and continued making a playlist for the car. Each song was a reminder of another time. Rhythm is a Dancer, Snap. That one was from 1992, year 6 in primary school. First dance I remember in school. I danced for the first time in front of people. I tried to avoid doing the same thing ever since. Same year as End of the Road by Boyz II Men and Stay by Shakespeare's Sister. Also, I Will Always Love You, but I'd rather forget that song and the film Alexandra watched on a yearly basis for some unknown reason. 1993. First and second year in high school. The year of Wet, 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 and that song that seemed to be #1 for the entire year. I wasn't a fan, but stuck it on the playlist anyway. Also added Mariah Carey's version of Without You, Pato Banton, D-Ream, and East 17. 1997. Year 10 and 11 in high school. Puff Daddy missing Notorious B.I.G., Will Smith with Men in Black, No Doubt, Natalie Imbruglia, and The Verve all got added. I stuck Hanson in for the laughs it would surely generate. And the mass sing-along. 1998 and 1999. GCSEs and the start of A-levels. The year the pickings in music became slimmer. Steps and S Club 7 had arrived. Tragedy had to go on there, as did Shania Twain. Then it was the greatest pop song of all time, in my humble opinion, Baby One More Time, and the ridiculously young Britney Spears. I smiled to myself, each song coming to mind instantly and vividly. The soundtrack of my youth. I threw some Cast and Space tracks on the list because they were ace and local to us, and they would annoy our mate from Manchester, Stuart, too. The weekend was going to be filled with reminiscing and sore throats from singing songs we somehow still knew by heart. "We just bought a house, and now we're swapping that for a tent in a field," I said as Alexandra walked into the room. I stopped updating the playlist, looking up at her from the sofa that wouldn't stay in the position we dropped it in the day before. "I don't understand how this happened. We've got a proper bed here, and walls." "Stop moaning," she replied, shaking her head and smiling to herself. "Where's your sense of adventure? We're not too old to be going camping, you know. I'm just saying, surely we've gotten to the point where we can afford to have proper walls now. Walls, Alexandra. They're this new invention that stops us from freezing to death at night." "Sarcasm is your least attractive trait, and where's the fun in that? This whole weekend is about recapturing our youth, right? Well, that means we're going to be in a field with thousands of other people." I took a breath, ready to argue my point further, but could see it was pointless. Truth was, I was just as excited about it. Still, it was October, and my feet never felt warm at the best of times. "Did you put that thing under the car?" I frowned, then remembered what she was talking about from the roll of her eyes. "I'm not sure it's a good idea. I don't like the thought of leaving a spare key fixed to the car. Seems to be asking for trouble, isn't it?" "It's totally safe, and anyway, it's just..."